Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to the latest match day preview for the channel. It's League 2 football tomorrow. It's Doncaster Rovers versus Carlisle United. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to the latest matchday preview on the channel, Doncaster Rovers versus Carlisle United in League 2. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for supporting the channel and continuing to do so. If this video has brought you to the channel and you like this sort of stuff, please consider clicking subscribe so you don't miss any future videos that are coming up. And if you are new to the channel, this is a format that we go through match previews, look at previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to say a few words about, and then I choose the opponent's one to watch. But as I always say, you know your club much better than I do, so if there's somebody else that needs to be in that conversation at that point, get them in the comments down below. And then we'll finish the video off with three predictions: the predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub, the predictions league table that me and the family are on with, and then the score prediction, the all important score prediction at the very end. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. Donny and Carlisle match each other historically, so 68 times we've played each other. We've both won 25 and we've shared the spoils on 18 occasions. We drilled down into the more recent 5 and it's on us even here as well, with 2 wins each and a draw. So we go back to 2017 in League 2, and it was a 2-1 away defeat for Donny, and then we didn't play each other for a couple of years, but then jumped forward to 2020 in the FA Cup, and that was a 2-1 win for the Rovers away from home. And then more recently, in the 2022-23 season, we shared the spoils with getting beat 3-0 away from home, but getting our own back at home with a 2-1 win. And then earlier this season, it was a 0-0 draw at Carlisle. So hopefully we can get that win and edge the history in our favour a little bit. On to current form, it does lean towards Donny. Looking at our recent 5 fixtures, Donny 2 wins, 2 draws and a defeat sandwiched in the middle. Carlisle on the other hand, 2 draws, 2 defeats and a win in their last 5. So yeah, leans towards Donny for a win on this one. However, Carlisle do have a tough task ahead of them in their final 8 games, currently sitting 6 points behind Tranmere in 22nd. So I think they'll just be a team that are playing with freedom and an element of kind of throwing caution to the wind in their play in order to try and get the points that they need to survive the trapdoor into non-league and maintain their league status. So I think they'll be playing certainly with a bit of freedom and a bit of basically gun-ho football is what I'm expecting from them tomorrow. They've been picking up points recently, but for me, too many draws, not enough wins in there. It's just meant that gap between them and safety hasn't really changed all that much. But I think they've only lost 2 in the last 8. I think there's been 5 draws in there and 1 win. So yeah, the form isn't terrible. They've just got a huge task on their hands to get out of the bottom 2. A couple of good draws in that last 8 were against Colchester and Walsall, so it shows that there won't be a pushover, even with the position that they are in the league. They'll be fighting for the points tomorrow for sure. On to Donny, we've had a week off due to the international call-ups, and for me, I think it's just given, or hopefully given, some of the back 4 that were injured the opportunity to get back fit. If not, the squad should be good enough and capable enough to cover in the positions required. We saw against Crewe, finish 1-1, arguably should have had a penalty, at least one penalty. So the back 4 didn't look particularly bad. I don't think they really put that much. I don't really think they did that much wrong throughout the game. So I think it shows that even with a makeshift back 4, it is capable of competing in games. So we'll see what the back 4 is when it's announced tomorrow. But for us at the minute, we've just hit a bit of a blip without a winning 3. So I'm hoping that the break will just help the team come back a bit more focused, bit more revitalised to push on in our final 9 games. Promotion's entirely in our hands. We're 1 point away from the top 3. We've got a game in hand. So we play 6 of the current top 10 in our last 9 games. 4 of those are at home, 2 are away. So yeah, it's down to the players, the staff, and the fans just to get everything right. Basically, do our bit and we'll be fine. We've also got mid-table Cheltenham and struggling Tranmere, as well as Carlisle, to play in our final 9 games. So yeah, it's not the easiest of run-ins to the end of the season, but it is simply down to us. It is in our hands. If we do our bit, we will be promoted, but we've just got to do our bit, and hopefully that starts tomorrow. On to play profile, a player which may help us do our bit, and he has been helping us all season do our bit. It's Luke Molyneux, right winger, 26-year-old. He's phenomenal at this level. He's one of the better players, one of the best players within the league, in my opinion. He's been a key player for us this season. He can create something from nothing. There's always that chance that there's going to be a spark and a bit of magic from him. And hopefully that'll continue, and hopefully he continues to have a vital role to play in our final few games. 23 goal contributions from him throughout this season just shows how important he is to us and how much of an impact he is to the team. I think he's been unfortunate not to get on the score sheet in a couple of the recent games, so hopefully he's chomping at the bit now that he's had a break, and a goal or two are definitely on the way in these remaining 9 games. But yeah, for me, Luke Molyneux, probably standout player for us this season, or one of at least. On to the opponents, one to watch. So, as I said at the start of the video, you know your club much better than I do. So, if somebody else should be part of this conversation, get them in the comments down below. I do like to learn about all players and teams that we face. But I have gone with Matthew Dennis. So, a relatively new player at Carlisle. He's signed a short-term contract, but he's hit the ground running. Centre forward over his career, he's played 152 times, 31 goals, 7 assists. It's kind of been here, there, and everywhere. Arsenal, Norwich, MK Dons. He's dropped down to non-league earlier this season, and then came into Carlisle on a short-term deal. He's got 3 goals in 8 games. Sorry. So yeah, he's definitely hit the ground running, and Carlisle have been struggling for goals all season. So I think Matthew Dennis could be that key to getting a couple of goals for them, and potentially winning a few points, because they don't concede too many. Well, they haven't been at the minute. They have done previously in the season, but yeah, very, very tight games over the last 8. 1-1s, 0-0s, 2-2 against MK Dons recently. So they're certainly in games, and if you've got a player like Dennis who's kind of hitting a little bit of form with 3 goals in 8 games, there's always a chance that you can get a point or 3. So for me, one to watch tomorrow, Matthew Dennis. Moving on to the predicted team lineup. So for this one, Viewers Fan Hub, if you've not downloaded the app yet, please go ahead and do so. I have gone unchanged from my pick last time, I think. Maybe one change, I think Sabara out, Clifton in. But yeah, I'm not sure who's fit in the back 4. So I've gone Sharman Lowe in goal, a back 4 of Nixon, Wood, Anderson and Senior. A midfield 3 of Broadbent, Bailey and Clifton. Molyneux on the right, Gibson on the left, and Street up front on his own. So yeah, I think it's only Clifton in with Sabara out from my previous pick, but yeah, not had many 11 out of 11s this season, so I will take that with a pinch of salt. Onto the predictions league table. So for this, if you knew, me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game. 3 points for the spot on prediction, 1 point if it's the outcome of the game's right but not the scoreline, no points if completely wrong. Me, Chris and Max were confident with wins against Crewe, and it finished 1-1. My dad stuck with his Desmond 2-2, so he does get 1 point. So he's clawed a little bit of space, a little bit of the gap back in 4th. He's now on 19 points. I'm just above him on 22. Then it's Chris on 24 and Max leading the way on 26. 9 games to go. We've got some work to do to catch Max and prevent him from getting the trophy. And that takes me on to the score prediction to round this video off. If you've watched this channel for any period of time, you know that I go with my head and not my heart. I went with my heart against Crewe and regretted it because my head was saying a draw. I went with a win, but we have got 9 cup finals left, so we've got to give it everything. Like I've said earlier in the video, it's in our hands. Hopefully revitalised, re-energised, ready to push on and give a massive 9 performances and get us back into League One. Fingers crossed this is where it starts. I think it will. I'm going Rovers 2, Carlisle 0. We will see if that's right come 5 o'clock tomorrow. So that's where I'm going to leave this video. If you've enjoyed it, stick a big thumbs up on it. Get your comments in the section down below. Who you put in the squad, what prediction you'd give, get them in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please click subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And also for me to say thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.